Welcome to the Bladerunner Voight Kampff tutorial. To see the kit parts individually, have a look through my build blog number 10. This tutorial is huge, and I've broken it up into two parts. Part 1 demonstrates how to address the flashing and seam lines, prepping the parts through washing and primer, masking and painting, trimming the baffles, assembling and detailing the miscellaneous accents, and prepping and tinting the various acrylic lenses and logo badges. Part 2 picks up with preparing the graphics for the 3 monitor screens, adding some wiring detailing, trimming, painting and detailing the swing out arm, mount, eyepiece, and monocle, and bringing it all home with the swing out tray and swing arm attachment. I'm doing this tutorial as a stunt build. That is, I'm not adding any lights, moving parts, or sound. All of those effects and animation will be seen in an upcoming separate video that will focus only on those aspects of the build. Let's get started with trimming and cleaning these parts. I'm not going to show this process for every single piece, but you get the idea that you primer your parts, you do a little seam line cleaning, a little bit of Bondo, little sanding, primer, and then you're going to go again, find out any of the little areas that need attention, and then give the whole thing a nice sand down until you're happy with the smooth finish. Every casting is going to have a little bit of imperfections here and there, especially around seam lines. So you just use a little bit of Bondo, touched on, and then you give it a sand, starting with a rougher grit, and you want to work down to higher and higher grits until you finish it with a wet sand of 500 paper. A pretty important step before you go on to assemble and paint your parts is wash them down with some soapy water. I've got a little bit of Dawn in some warm water, and you just want to give your parts a good scrub down. This is going to get rid of any kind of surface oils, any kind of dust that's on it. Get them nice and clean. And you'll want to do this for every part you paint. So I'm just going to scrub it every angle, and I'm going to rinse this down with water, and that will be ready to dry off and paint. This is the color I decided to use. I went through a few different variants, but I decided that slate blue, this is satin slate blue, it's a Rust-Oleum brand. Here's your barcode. It looks very blue on camera, but it's in person it's much more gray. It's mostly gray with a touch of blue. I know this back trench area is black, so I'm not going to go too crazy, but I do want to get those top edges. The monitor and baffles are black, and I'm doing that with just rattle can paint. Flat black. Here's your alternate faceplate with the lens housing and the lens and the little tab in place. That is going to glue right there, and your top plate will glue down right butted up on it. Okay, this is all sanded flush. That just took me a couple of minutes. I'm using that same spray can black paint, just sprayed really heavily into a puddle onto a piece of plastic, and I'm just going to touch this up, and then we can move on to masking this body. Alright, it's time to start masking this model. This whole face is black all the way across, including the screen cowling. It continues black across this edge here, inside this. The bellows are going to be lying here, so from about where the bellow edge is going to be masked and painted black backwards. On this side, so it's going to be a black line, and I'm going to stop it about right here. So this whole thing will be black, and then from this raised ridge back is black. This riser plate for the small monitors is also flat black. The kit includes these 4 foam feet. And I'm just going to use some spray adhesive on one side and get them into position. These come pre-trimmed a bit, but you still need to take off all this edge. So I'm going to do that a little bit with the cutting shears, and then I'm going to finish the sand on my belt sander. You'll want to trim this inside edge a bit close, like this, just so that it fits a little bit more snug against the body and it doesn't overlap the area where the swing arm needs to move. Make sure that when you assemble these baffles that you get an angle. Next, let's work on the rear supports. You're going to find laser cut parts and acrylic rods. So these acrylic laser cut fins, you'll have 5 of these and 5 of these shapes. And we're going to thread these onto the acrylic rods. It's time to glue it all together. I'm using acrylic adhesive. This is available at most plastic supply shops. I'm dispensing it from a little needle applicator. And just a couple drops in each joint. I find it helps when you start this particular one is cement the first bookend. Let that cure up and then do the rest. That first one will keep those rods oriented. Let this stand here for 20 minutes or so, and that'll be impossible to remove. Flat black. It seems to me like the rods that are connecting these supports are not black. They're sort of this coppery silver. Mostly silver with a little bit of copper color. So I'm doing that by getting a little palette, spraying some silver paint, and then just a touch of copper, stirring that together a little bit. I'm going in and painting these rods. Not so opaque. I'm getting most of the paint off my brush just by wiping it on the paper. I'm kind of going with a little bit of a see-through coppery silver color. Just the rods. These are the 2 lenses that sit on the face. This one sits above the monitor, and this one sits to the left, down below. I know it's going to be super hard to see on camera, but these have tiny little etch marks. They're little divisions where the light's broken up. So I've got the backing paper still on these. Make sure that you do not remove the backing paper before you do this step. I'm just going to spread a little bit of black acrylic across this entire thing. And I'm going to scrub it into where I know those etch marks are. And when that paint dries and when I remove the backing film, I'll have tiny little black lines. So when an LED shines through these, they'll look like separate little LED chips. So we're going to tint this from behind. We're not going to paint the etched side, we're painting the smooth side. So I'm going to get these down right there, and I'm using a little bit of Tamiya translucent paint. Tonight I am making them both tinted red. Not too heavy, just a couple sprays, just like that is enough to give them a little bit of back color. I'm going to leave that backing paper on and paint only the etch. Here's that VK logo with the backing paper off of the etched side. I still have the backing paper on the front. That black paint is dry, so I'm just going to hit this with a very light coat of silver. This is laser cut. I'm sorry, the lettering is laser engraved on a laser cut sheet of 1/8 inch acrylic. There's backing paper on both sides. You want to leave the backing paper on the lettering side until you are done painting the front. And I'm doing this with acrylic flat black. You know you've done your job when you flip this around after you squeegee that off and you could read all those etchings very clearly. I can see all that lettering. So now we're going to base coat that inverse side silver. Here's that black and silver Voight Kampff logo. You're going to line that up with the lens housing, about even with that, and that lays right on top with a little bit of super glue. Now that the badge is in place, we're going to take this red lens we made earlier, and that's going to pressure fit into the slot. It's a pretty tight fit. You might need to trim it a tiny bit, but it will go in just like that. Now again, if you were going to light this, you'd want to have that hollowed out and work out how to feed an LED, mount an LED a couple inches behind that to illuminate that. Again, if you were going to light this, you would have pre-drilled holes here so you can feed an LED directly into these translucent buttons. For this, I'm just going to glue them straight in place. 1, 2, 3. And again, if you look really closely, I engineered this with little engraved lines that show where these guys will place. There's your 3 buttons in place. That concludes part 1 of this 2-part Voight Kampff tutorial series. Part 2 picks up with preparing the graphics and assembling the swing arm and eyepiece and bringing it all to the finish line. Click the links in the description for more information on this project. Thanks for watching.